Hi everyone. In today's video, I'm going to be explaining Genesis again. I'm going to do the rest of chapter 9, and I'm going to stop at chapter 13. So basically, halfway through chapter 9, just talks about God's covenant with Noah. The rainbow. God promised never to destroy the earth with water again. Then another half is talking about Noah's descendants. However, there is one little story here where Noah gets drunk, and let's just say nothing. I wouldn't necessarily say anything inappropriate happens. Let's just say he gets drunk. That something sketchy happens. We'll just say that. I think it's best I don't really say exactly what happens. You can just go look it up for yourself in chapter 9. Basically, if I do say it, I might get in trouble with YouTube because you know how they are sometimes. Let's just say he got drunk, and then some weird stuff happened after that. We'll just say that. And what you can take from that is don't get drunk. But after that weird story, chapter 10 is just more descendants. Just talking about nations descended from Noah. So just talking about a bunch of people and their sons and their fathers, and it just keeps going. Just talking about a bunch of descendants. And then chapter 11, we reach the Tower of Babel, where these people are like, "Hey, let's build our way to heaven." Of course, they were wicked and futile in their thinking, and God did not like that. So let's just say when they were building the tower, God didn't like that. So you know how we have different languages today? Spanish, French, German, Polish, all those languages. Well, this is where those languages started. In the Tower of Babel, God confused everyone's languages so they couldn't work together. So they couldn't work together to build the Tower of Babel, and they just got confused with each other, and they just spread apart. You can't build your way to heaven. You gotta earn your way to heaven by serving God and obeying His word. You can't build your way there, get there your own way. You have to get there through God's way. And then after the story of the Tower of Babel, we just get more descendants. Shem's descendants, Terah's descendants. It's just a bunch of descendants here. And then we have the call of Abram. I'm sure some of you may better know him as Abraham. Well, God made a little covenant with him, talking about how he will make him a great nation. He'll have more descendants than the stars. He'll have more descendants than that's the stars. That's all I can say. And that's saying something because there's a lot of stars. That's a little covenant he made with Abraham, that he'll make him a great nation. And then Abraham and his wife / I think half sister, maybe. I think so. Hold up. If I recall, I think Sarai was Abraham's half sister. If I recall, yes. Maybe. Hang on, double checking here. I think I remember hearing somewhere that Sarai or Sarah was Abraham's half sister. I'm just double checking here. Let's see. Yes, that's correct. Sarai, she was Abraham's half sister. Now here's the thing. They went into Egypt, Abraham and Sarai, and he was worried that the Egyptians, the Pharaoh, would kill him for his wife. So he told Sarai just to say that, hey, tell them that you're just my sister, which is a half-truth. But according to the Bible, a half-truth is a full lie. Because you should always be honest. God hates a lying tongue. So if you're only telling half the truth, but you're hiding the rest, you're technically lying. You shouldn't lie. God hates a lying tongue. And then, well, let's just say after that, the Pharaoh did reward Abraham for having a beautiful sister, but he eventually, Pharaoh's house got hit with like plagues, and then after he learned the truth about Abraham, they got thrown out of Egypt. So yeah, just don't lie. Just be honest. Because remember, God hates a lying tongue, and you can only hide a lie for so long. Because there's another verse in the book of Numbers that says, your sin will find you out. So you can only hide your lies for so long before they get exposed. Speaking from experience, I tried lying before, and they always got exposed eventually. So you can only hide your sin for so long before it gets exposed. And for all you know, it could get exposed at the worst time. Well, that's all I'm going to explain for today, guys. The reason why it's quick is because I have some school to do, but, basically that's pretty much it. The weird story of Noah, you can go read it for yourself. Now, the Bible obviously isn't trying to be dirty or inappropriate, it's just telling you what happened. Don't exactly know why it's always telling us this. I guess one of the reasons why is because, it's trying to tell us, hey, don't get drunk, because if you do, bad stuff like this can happen. Then it's just talking about, like, descendants and nations, the Tower of Babel, how you can't get into heaven in your own way, and how the languages across the world became a thing, then more descendants, and the covenant of Abraham, how he'll be made a great nation. Then we have Abraham and Sarai, about, like, what happens when you try to lie. Yeah, the Lord afflicted Pharaoh in his house. Pharaoh called Abraham and said, what is this that you have done to me? Why did you not tell me that she was your wife? Or that they sent him away and his wife and all that he had. So they could have stayed in Egypt, but because of his lie, they had to go somewhere else. He did get to keep all of his reward. Abraham got to keep all of his rewards, but he couldn't stay in Egypt, so they had to find a new home. So note to self: don't get drunk. Have to get your way to heaven through the way God tells you to, not through your own way. A bunch of descendants. The covenant, the Abrahamic covenant. And what you can learn from, like, this story is basically, don't lie. Just be honest. Because even if telling the truth can get you in trouble, trust me, lying and then telling the truth just gets you into more trouble. Well, that's all I have for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.